All right, so guess you're here because you want to watch my little vlog things I'm gonna make, whatever you call these things. But yeah, really don't know how to do this, so I'm just gonna do it as I go, like just real and uncut, because that's the best way to do it. Because if you know me, you know me. I'm never fake. I'm just giving it to you real and uncut. So um, the videos I want to make is to talk about me going blind. Right now, I think I have maybe 50%. I would say I may be a little too high, maybe a little too low. But um, with that, how to explain how my vision is? Best way to explain it is the doctors told me to tell someone that. Oh yeah, and excuse the smoke detector. It's pretty high up here in my garage, and I don't have a ladder, so yeah, that's just gonna be something that's gonna be my videos till I move around, various things. But back to what I was saying. With my glaucoma here, my left eye, I if I were to close my right eye, the best way to explain it, I see the outside, the middle is going, like it's going, and it's my left eye is usually kind of dim. Um, my right eye, I'm starting to lose the right side bottom peripheral. So even with me right now, my glasses off. Yeah, got them off because I wear pretty thick glasses. I like the nerd look. So, but with that, you're gonna see the light, and yeah. So that's why I got them off. Plus, I think I probably look a little bit better like this without it. But nah, just playing. But yeah, with my eyes, yeah, but also my eyes are kind of like they're like hazy and fuzzy. I have good days. I have bad days. Um, I do believe in medical marijuana, so I do work with kids. Yes, I'm going to admit that. For people to come on here like, well, don't you work with children? Yes. I don't condone the kids to do drugs, and never actually talk with the kids about that. Didn't go into detail, tell them that I smoke. No, but told them that because one of the kids brought up, it was like, well, some people smoke weed for pain and all some other stuff. I was like, yes, correct. And make sure that you're a responsible age when you use it, not when you're young. Make sure you do it at a responsible age where you have your ducks in a row, and make sure you do it in a safe environment and around responsible people. But anywho, yes, I smoke. So yeah. But with that, with my eyes, I might be jumping all over the place. Like I said, I really don't know how to do these type of videos. But it started off, I think maybe 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I played semi-pro football. I remember, I think I was in like practice, if I'm not mistaken. And then I remember looking up, and I was like, yo, something's in my eye, like my left eye. So I could tell, like, my vision's not right. So I chalked it up to maybe getting dirt in my eye, previous, drills or something we were doing. So went on, and time went by, and then it thought back to like, well, maybe my cornea is scratched, because years prior to that, I remember playing a pickup game of basketball, trying to go up like I was going to dunk on somebody, and getting my cornea scratched. I never went to the hospital for it. I just stayed in the house and waited till it healed. Did like my own Google medicine type thing. But I chalked it up to that. But fast forward here, um, I ended up going to get new glasses, and the doctor was like, "Oh, your eye pressure is really high. You may have glaucoma, but like just see this specialist." I said, "Cool." I was like, "Man, this could be something bad, because I know I have it on both sides of my family." So, but then they told somebody else that I was, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was my girlfriend at the time. I think that the doctor told her the same thing. And then he told somebody else and somebody else. So everybody was thinking like, this kind of sounds crazy. Him and that doctor's office may work together and trying to get people over there. So didn't think nothing of it. Went on more with time, had to come back around to get glasses again. Went to a different place. They were like, "Yo, your pressure is extremely high. Like, you need to go see this person. This specialist, excuse me." So, go see the specialist, went through everything. They're like, "Yeah, man, you have some damage in your eyes. Like, you have what's called acute angle dysplasia, which is, it's a glaucoma. It's an advanced stage." So at that time, I think I'm probably like 26, if I'm not mistaken. I remember my doctor told me if I didn't take it serious, that by the time I'm 30, I'll be blind. Didn't think nothing of it. But that's another part of the story. But so, moving on. I was going to see the specialist, really didn't see any changes in my eye pressure. Like, I'm going, and then like it's expensive to go because sometimes insurance may not cover certain things. Like, just for a little small bottle of eye drops, $600. Generic brand, $300. So I'm telling them, like, "Yo, this is expensive stuff, like, my insurance may not cover this, blah, 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 can you work with me?" Even then, I couldn't really afford to keep going. So I stopped going. Moving forward, I was trying to apply for disability. And they kept telling me I wasn't blind enough. And at that time, that was something that I needed. Because at that time, I had resigned from my job hoping to get another job. Because the job I was doing was working on the computer. And I could tell, like, my head was like hurting from trying to focus on the computer all day. It just, like, I felt like, I think this is like contributing to it or something. But moving forward, I remember, that. Then all of a sudden, my apartment flooded. Like, but even within that, let me back up some. Because I can answer questions that I've been asked within this story. Someone asked me how I felt when I first found out. Didn't think nothing of it. But when the doctor's telling me this is that gonna happen, and then you start to really see the changes, and knowing you can't do anything to make changes, because what I have is irreversible. You can't bring back the damage that has been done. I have, the acute angle dysplasia form of glaucoma, and what that does is creates high eye pressure because my eyes can't drain properly. So within that, all the little fibers in my eyes start to get destroyed. The more and more they get destroyed, the less and less I can see. So you can't really go in and repair nerves. There are doctors around that claim they can do certain things to bring back your vision. There's some doctor in Russia claiming he brought back vision in 99% of his patients. But that's like a $10,000 per eye surgery. Not only that's $20,000, that's me paying to get to Germany and me paying to stay in Germany. And even though he brought back 99% of vision in all his patients, it's a 50% procedure. So it's either I can go in there and wake up with brand new vision, or I'm going to go in there and wake up with nothing at all. So with me, that's a big risk. because I cherish what I do have left. But also here in America, there's other doctors I've seen and stuff like that that claim they've done like this and that. But it's the point of finding those doctors. It's the point of being pointed to those doctors, because the reason I stopped going to my doctor, stopped believing in my doctor, is because I felt like it was more for money. Like she wanted me to get in there and just and she knows this it's a money thing. Being blind, being visually impaired, there's a lot of money inside of that. And that's something I'll talk about in later videos. But I couldn't afford, to keep going back, whatever. So me moving forward, in life, more and more damage happening. I think I just skipped ahead on something, but apologize about that. Told you I'd be all over the place. Don't know how to do these videos, but yeah, with damage being done to my eye, whatever. I think that's where I was at, talking about how it damaged my eyes. So the optic nerves get damaged, whatever. You can't bring it back. Blah blah blah. Move forward. I just was like, you know what? Forget it, man. Forget it. I remember at that time I had first got my first apartment. I'm proud of myself, but I remember at times when I'm at home by myself, and it's just like I started to think about it, bruh. I started to close my eye and see differences, and I'm like, it started to get depressing, because it was already at that time I felt like I was out here I was being too real with people, and they weren't being as real as I was. Like, there's nobody out there that can ever tell you that I'm a fake person. I guarantee you, nobody can ever tell you that. I don't care who you are, what anybody says about you. I myself will pass judgment on your character. So I'm not gonna listen to somebody say, "Oh man, that person is that person that." I may not feel the same way. So I'm not that type of person. So I felt like within myself, I was cool with everybody, but people would also, there's people out there that would hate on me. I don't know why, but I didn't have nothing to be hated on. But I think it's just my personality, my being real, that appealed to certain people, and it appealed to some females as well. So I'm not saying I'm out here with a lot of females, but I had a lot of female friends. A lot of females confided in me. And when dudes see that, they think I'm, dang, he got all the hoes. Nah, it's just me being these real, genuine friends. Like, I don't have to smash these girls to have these girls around. But it's never here nor there. But I started to think about all that. That played little tricks on me. Like, when I'm inside my home, just sitting there chilling, and it's just like, I started to get depressed about it, bro. It was like, I try to go out all the time and party, with friends, but it didn't mean nothing. I contemplated suicide, but it was just like, I knew within myself, I was like, yo, I know I can't do it, but I want to. I know I shouldn't do it, but I need to. It was like a back and forth thing, but it was just like, why? At the end of the day, I came to a realization that it was like a why. Why do that? But I don't know what that why meant, or nothing. It was just, but why do that? And to me, that's a open-ended question, because you have so many ways you can travel with that. You can be like, well, why not do it? I got this bad thing going on, that bad thing going on. Then it's got the, why should I do that? Because this could be something that can help me out. This could be something that can get me to where I'm trying to achieve over here. But these obstacles in my way, so maybe this is a path I need to take. So it's like, it was so many webs I had to crawl through and really go through and be like, you know what, forget it. Let's go. Let's bring it on. Sorry, I'm getting a call. I don't know who that is. Oh My bad. I told y'all I'm gonna give it to y'all raw and uncut. But oh, for one, because I don't feel like editing these videos. Yeah. But anyway, that with me feeling the way I was feeling, it's like know that why, but I kept it going, like kept it pushing. Then all of a sudden, my apartment flooded. Like when my apartment flooded, I felt like, God dang, bro. And it was already at the time where it's like when I was right in that transition, but trying to find me another job, like that happened. And then not only when that happened, like you trying to get help with rent, and that's not happening. And then this job's not calling, and it's like, bro, what just happened? Like, bro, I was there, I was on it. Like, what's going on? So, and then all that happened, and then when my apartment flooded, they didn't want to move me into another apartment because I told them I wasn't going to pay my rent. I lost. You just caused me to lose everything. And then in their mind, they own some like should have had renter's insurance, which I should have. And the crazy part is, I was just talking to the people and was about to set it up, but I still felt like cool. I should have had renter's insurance, but so you gotta at least help me out somewhere. Move me to another apartment. And it was in between like this weird transition where they were moving to different management because they weren't relaying the message that my apartment had got flooded and then this and that happened, and they were just only knowing that I didn't pay the rent. It was just so much stuff that was going on, and we're just like, yo, what's going on in my life right now, bro? So that happens. Boom. My car gets vandalized. Like to the point where they're just like, we just gonna total it out. So it's like, what, bro? But it wasn't like, it was like a crazy thing. But whenever you flatten 4 tires or flatten a certain amount of tires, and I think what happened was, I think the tires got slashed, paint was thrown everywhere, inside, outside. It wasn't like nothing crazy. Like it wasn't not like no windows got busted out, nothing like that. But it was just like, with the amount of money left on the car, which wasn't much, we just gonna just say forget it, cut ties with it. And it was in my ex's name, so I couldn't really do much. Like, so even then, I don't think they even cut her a check. If they did, she didn't tell me, then oh well, then whatever. But it was still, my responsibility. But yeah, so with all that happening, it's like, man, dang. So now I'm scrambling, trying to buy like little junk cars. It'll work for a day or two, and then they just stop working. And jump to another one, then this one, like, they lying and saying that, they got a title bond on it. And like, it's like, oh my God, it's like, bro, what's going on? So I'm going through all these different stages of bouncing here, bouncing there, trying to get like myself together. Like, it wasn't working. And I'm gonna tell you how crazy life is. I'm at the same job I was at during that time. Spent my job now like 6 years now. During that time, but I think I'm skipping ahead. Yeah, I'm skipping ahead. I'm not gonna skip ahead to the juicy parts. But yeah, so I couldn't afford with my job I'm at. So it's like, bruh, I don't know what to do. So went through all these different stages of staying with so-called friends and going here, going there. I had a short stint where I had a roommate I was doing pretty good with, but I ain't gonna say we bumped heads, but we crossed lines we should have never crossed, and therefore it didn't work out as roommates anymore. It was just things were going ways it could have went, should have went, but I'm gonna use that part right there to tell a story, because I think this is another question that was asked, how it affected me too. But okay, so during that time, I had plenty of nice women I could have dated. I was afraid to date because of what was going on. I was afraid to put a woman through that. So I'm going to say at that time, that said roommate that I did cross the line with nobody will ever know who their roommate is. I've had plenty of female roommates, so please don't come in here trying to ask who it is or try to figure out who it is, because I still respect any female that I've ever stayed with. I still respect that person. Thank you. I feel like I gotta say that because some of y'all be acting real stupid. But anyway, nice girl, beautiful soul. But I kept trying to avoid her when there was no reason I should have avoided her. So it went from her being like this perfect thing to now we're bumping heads, and it's like we're bumping heads over the dumbest stuff. So it's like but then in that time I end up dating someone else. And I feel like I go on different paths for a reason in my life, because I end up dating that person. I'm not going to go into full detail, because if I say who this person is, it's going to really connect and say who the other person was. But that opened my eyes dating that particular person, and so on. So I feel like that's another chapter that I learned secretly, now that I look back. But as me keep going on through life, things start getting kind of weird. I'm going here, I'm going there, bouncing back and forth, until I end up, me and my sister at the time, she was with me through a lot of that stuff. I call her my sister. We're just like really good friends. We just call each other brother and sister. We don't really talk like that much now, but still my homie. So at the end of the day, yeah. But yeah, so I remember I was standing, like, we got a place, standing in the garage. Like, I remember, like, I was talking to females, but it was just like, it's like, really, I can't really bring you over. I really don't have a car. It's like, I'm really wanting to, like, do different things, but it's like, what the heck? But it's like, why am I trying to entertain these women and I ain't got nothing? So it's like, I kind of fell back. So moving on through that, I remember sitting there one day, and I'm like, you know what? I accept this. Like, I accept where my life is right now. I accept the path that is going down. I accept going blind. I accept all of it. If that's how it's going to be, then bring it on. This the next chapter. Let's go. I'm ready for it. So I remember going through that. I remember after saying that, like, I felt like a weight lifted off of me. So I remember going through that. Then I remember, like, I started getting bored with some of the females that was sticking around. I started getting bored with them. I love women, but I just started getting bored. I'm like, I really feel like I want to settle down with somebody. So I remember making a post about the type of woman that I would love to meet. Like, it just had a chance, but that I felt like that would have changed my life. And that's no shot to any of my exes. My exes throughout my years have made an impact in my life and changed me in different ways, and I thank them for that. So, but I remember making that post, and I remember, I think my words. I'm from North Carolina, so hey, you gonna have to understand if I have an accent come on, you gonna have to understand. But I remember like making that post or whatever, and I was like in a singles group, and then that happened. End up meeting my fiance now, Audrey. So when I met her, and I was like, yo, dang, everything I made in that post, that's what this is. Then all of a sudden, boom, my life, like, it just started changing. Like, when I couldn't get my disability stuff, boom, and all of a sudden, I was like, yeah, go ahead, you got it. Then we'll give you back pay. We got you. We treat. I'm looking like, what? Boom, now I can get a car. I can get any car I really want. Boom, and like, it's like things start just unraveling. Like, my life just started getting better. So, it is like, when I tell you about when I was going about the whole job thing, but having the same job, I can afford now with that job certain things that I couldn't afford then, and my cost of living now is higher. It's like I know how to manage better. I know how to move better. It's like my life changed. It's like I kept fighting the next chapter, which is me going blind. So anytime you talk to me, meet me, you're never going to hear me saying that I'm afraid of this. I used to be. Nah, I'm ready. Because this is a chapter that like I'm about to take full force. Like I've been going through my mobility training, learn how to walk on my cane. That stuff I'll talk about in my videos. I have a newborn, so it's 2 months. So I'll be talking about that. I'll be going a lot of stuff. Like I work with children now, like a DJ. So it's not gonna stop me. So there's a lot of stuff I'm gonna be going through. Like I'm really excited about it. Like, and I know it probably freaks people out when I say I'm excited, but it's like, yo, it's another chapter. Even when I'm doing my training, I talk to people that have been blind for years, and I say I'm excited. They're like, what? It's like, yeah, man, this is another chapter in my life. Why would I stop? Why would I stop that chapter? Like, I want to achieve all these different things, but maybe this is how I achieve those different things. Because now I've been talking with, there's an organization for, the blind and I'm visually impaired. That's the real title that I am, because I still have some residual vision. So with that being said, it's like, I've been talking with the organization, like, the people, we have like a big organization for the blind, and get together, try to talk to, different people, get laws passed for the blind and all type of different stuff, stuff I'll talk about in other videos. But now I've been blessed to talk to people within that organization, because now it's connecting me to things in my life now that I had when I could see, but I wasn't ready for them then. Now that I'm going blind, I'm getting those same opportunities being placed in front of me. And it's like, wow, bro, I can see my life really moving in stages, and it's crazy. So, yeah, I'm not afraid of this. I have advanced glaucoma. I'm partially blind. I'm a DJ, I'm a father, I'm soon to be husband. I'm ready for it. Now, if you look at my older video I have on my YouTube, oh, you can see the difference. I think I broke down crying in that video, but not now. I'm excited, baby. I'm about to be lit. I'm about to be the best visually impaired DJ you know. I may not be the best DJ you know, but I'm sure you may not know many visually impaired DJs. I'm about to be the best visually impaired father you know. You may not know many. Hey, I'm one of them. I'm about to be the best at everything I can be the best at. So be prepared. I'm gonna try to treat this like a vlog, man. I think that's probably better for me. Treat it like a vlog, like bringing people on. They ask me questions. We just talk and chop it up, so they can see my positive vibe, they positive vibe. I don't know. I really don't know how I want to take this. I think, somebody should let me know. I really don't know how I should take this, because the wifey really don't want to be on the videos like that. Really ain't trying to put my kids on there, so there's gonna be ways I'm gonna, do stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm gonna figure this out. But if I got any questions, leave some comments, whatever it may be. I may not get that but 2 or 3 people to watch this, but oh well, that's all I need, baby. 2 or 3 loyal people rocking by my side. I'm happy all day long. So I appreciate y'all, man. I hope this did, some justice. I'm gonna figure out. I just did this on the whim, just to get it out the way, because I felt like if I didn't do it, I wasn't gonna do it at all. So now I have to push myself to keep going now. So appreciate y'all, man, for listening or watching or seeing where I'm coming from. That was just like a little fake blind joke. Yeah, but yeah. So, even with this, what I'm gonna do, I'm already starting to think about it inside the video while I'm talking to y'all. Like, I want to do different things. Like I said, I smoke. I think I I come more out of my shell. I get more of my thoughts whenever I smoke. So I gotta figure out ways to be like, let people know, like, boom, this is when I'm smoking on that. I don't want, kids to get the wrong idea. Even though it's just me being real. Like, anybody come to my house, I smoke. This is my house. I do what I want that day. Now I come to your house, I'll respect it. But anywhere in my domain, if I smoke, I smoke. I don't do it inside the house around the kids. I'm down in my basement, aka my man cave, my garage, whatever it may be. But hey, like I said, yeah, I appreciate y'all. I know my face probably ashy. Like I said, I just did this on the whim. Much love to y'all, man. Good vibes, good energy, man. Just, you support me, I support you all day long. One.